Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. This week's What's for Dinner video is a combination of leftovers and hodgepodge quick fix meals in order to get my family fed. So let's just go ahead and jump in and let me share what we're having. So my mom cooked on Sunday, so for Monday we had a lot of sides left over. So she picked up just some KFC to go along with it. So we had the mashed potatoes, mom cooked greens, which we just reheated. She had frozen some of them, so we reheated them and just paired them with some of the KFC leftovers. And that's essentially what we had. So the following day, which is Tuesday, we still had a few leftovers, but I was able to whip up some different meats fill in order to feed everybody in the house that like different things. So sausages for my husband and my kids, and for the rest of us, I had some catfish in the freezer. So we went ahead and decided to fry a few pieces of that up. Now these catfish fillets are really, really big. So literally I had 3 catfish fillets and I ended up getting 12 servings out of these 3 catfish fillets. And so I'm showing you here how, if you have big catfish fillets, you can simply just cut them up once in half and then cut each half in half. So that is what I've done, and this is how we choose to do it here in this house. This is the way Granny showed me and my mom. And so I just have all the pieces laid out on a cookie sheet, and I'm going to go ahead and get ready to season them. Now I have a video where Granny did a cookout, a fish fry for us, and she showed us how she seasons her fish, and I will leave that link down below. And so you guys have a guideline as to how and why I choose to season and lay my fish out like this. But essentially right now, I'm just going over each piece of fish with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Those are the only 3 seasonings that I ever use, or we ever use, in order to season our fish. So on each side here, I'm literally just making sure that all the fish is seasoned well. I do not pre-measure. This is just an eyeball. So guys, you will have to eyeball yours as well. And I use the ionized, oh, I can't remember which one it is, Morton salt, and I just shake it directly out of the canister. So if that's not something you can do, definitely pour it out first. Now we're just going to give everything a nice toss just to make sure that all the seasoning is on all the fish. And then we're going to go ahead and get ready to drop it into some meal. So once I've already, separated it out a little bit, we're just going to take about 2 cups or a cup and a half of ground cornmeal. And so I'm literally just going to throw about 4 pieces in at a time, and then I'm going to just use my hands just to go in and make sure that all of the fish is heavily coated with the ground cornmeal. I do not add any flour to mine. This is straight cornmeal. I know some people that do, but that is just not my preference. However, if that is your preference, by all means do what works for you, but just make sure you season it well and dredge it well so it fries up well. So those are just the plates of what some of the kids are going to be eating, because again, we have leftovers and we have those sausage links that are for my husband because they don't eat fish. And so here, this is how I've deep fried it. I have my 10-inch skillet, and I'm literally just frying it on each side until it's golden brown, just like this. And then after it's done, guys, you have this beautiful fried catfish that is ready to plate up, served with coleslaw, greens, and some cornbread. So let's move on over to the next meal that I actually prepared. We're just going to do some baked chicken, and here are the seasonings. I will have all those seasonings linked down below so that you don't have to, stop and pause and write them down. But this is just some Greek seasoning. And this is the Greek seasoning that I choose to use, and I'll go ahead and put a picture of that here. And you literally are just eyeballing this. Now, what I find with baked chicken, you really have to season it well. Otherwise, it will bake and it will just taste like you didn't put anything on it. So I'm doing both sides. That was the Greek seasoning, some parsley, some dried minced onions. I think I'm also going to hit it with some garlic and some black pepper. And I'm not adding any additional salt, and I will add some paprika as well. So you just want to make sure you get it seasoned really well on each side, guys. Like literally it needs to be covered. Just pay attention to the salt content in whatever salt you have. If you choose to use seasoned salt instead of the Greek salt or the Greek seasoning, just make sure that if it has a lot of sodium, I would say over 350 milligrams, then you may want to stop adding any additional salt to it. But if it's less than that, you can use your judgment. So literally, I'm just seasoning both sides of this, and I'm just flipping it over and getting it ready for the other side. Now, once everything has been seasoned, you just want to top this off with some aluminum foil. Make sure it is closed very well. And then you want to go ahead and put this over into the oven. And I think about 375 degrees is what I baked it at. So you want to just bake it until it's all the way done, guys. It's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour for this chicken to bake. And then we'll come back and I'll show you what I do to finish it off. So I'm serving this with rice and broccoli, my go-tos. You know how it is sometimes. And so I'm just making some rice. I have a video in depth on how to make rice. I will have that link below. Gives you step-by-step instructions. And I had some Jiffy cornbread. I cleaned out my pantry again and found, oh, I have some Jiffy. So I decided to make some muffins for the kids, and they really, really enjoyed it. So I just followed the directions on the muffin package. However, I do add butter to the mix. And that way I don't have to actually top it with the butter, and it just makes it really, really good and full of flavor, guys. So you just want to mix it up just as the instructions say. And if you choose to use the butter, just use about 2 tablespoons into this mixture. So once I have it combined and whisked very well, so very minimum lumps, I have just taken a muffin pan, and instead of spraying it, I had some liners. I just stuck some liners in there and took a 1/4 of a cup measuring cup and filled each liner about 3/4 of the way up. And then I just popped these in the oven at 400 degrees alongside my broccoli and let it bake until it was golden brown, at least golden brown on the outside. It's not going to be golden brown on the side, on the very, very top. So if that's what you're looking for, don't do that. You just want to make sure that those muffin liners have kind of pulled away and you can see that it's golden around the outside. So about this time, my chicken was finished, so I simply just pulled it out, and I'm just removing the aluminum foil. I want to give it about 15 minutes for it to cook inside the oven uncovered, so that it can get that nice brown color on the top of the chicken. So leave that in for about another 15 minutes, and then you want to take that out. In the meanwhile, my muffins are done. My broccoli, not so much, but my muffins are done. And I'm just pulling those out and then turning my broccoli around so that it can finish cooking in the oven at 400 degrees as well. So really, guys, that was a very, very quick meal. Here's the chicken after it has baked, and here is the plate. Absolutely delicious. I had no complaints this night as well. And that's a staple in the house. And so is taco bowls, burrito bowls. Oh my goodness, I get so tired of taco bowls sometimes. However, I know I never have any issue with getting them to eat it. So sometimes I just have to do what I have to do to make sure that they're fed. And sometimes I just kind of have to get what I want and eat it on the side. But I'm simply just browning some ground beef. I have a new taco seasoning that I got at Costco. They did not have my McCormick, so I tried this out. And I have probably about 1.5 pounds of ground turkey. And I just did it the way I usually do, guys. You guys know how to prepare taco seasoning. I did find that it was lacking a little bit of flavor. So definitely, if you change things up, always taste it before you add anything additional. I'm just adding a little bit more black pepper and a little bit more garlic. And I think I also hit it with a little bit of salt too. But I'm just doing the ground turkey and a couple of chicken breasts the exact same way, exact same seasonings. And really, it cooked up very, very easy and very, very simple. And we made simple burrito bowls. So after the chicken has been seasoned, I just threw it right in the skillet after the ground beef, and this is what it turned out to be. So we're just going to go ahead and plate up this burrito bowl, and this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week. It was easy, it was fast, it was delicious. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also leave any comments below and follow me on my Instagram at Shay's Country Kitchen. I'll see you guys soon. Until the next time, bye bye.